Yeah, I mean, I think the game was a difficult match for both teams. I thought Toronto, as we knew coming in, was going to be confident, competitive, good mentality, was pressing, pressing hard, and made it difficult on us. But what tonight's victory goes literally all to all the players. I mean, where the heat that we've had the last 5 games, Saturday, Wednesday, traveling to Miami. Everybody in this building or in our team is physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted, and they were able to just rise up and grind out a really difficult win. So the guys in that locker room, the whole team, have all the tremendous respect and credit goes to those guys tonight.
Hey VJ, this is your 11th home game being unbeaten here at Geodis Park. You've helped. I think there's like a reciprocal thing where between fans and players, where you help build this sort of environment. But what do you think this means for you and your players, that the fans show up and are able to be behind you? And they're getting louder and louder with every game, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean the support is great, but I think we've been very intentional from the day that we started about almost a year ago here, was to make this team uniquely Nashville, to make this team representative of the city. So I agree. I hope it is reciprocal. I hope they're showing up because, they want to see a team that wins, but it's a team that they can identify with. It's a team that, embodies the mentality of the city, and that's what we, and that's what we want to do. We talk about that all the time, and so for us, they give us great support, and it's the least that we can do to repay it.
And then just quickly on the defensive performance tonight, and I don't mean just the defenders, but just overall, what does it say that your team is able to get these clean sheets, 2 in a row now at least at home? What does it say about not only being able to do the attacking piece and that part, but also being able to defend as a group and as a unit?
Yeah, it starts with our mentality that everyone attacks, everyone defends, right? And then so you can start with, if everybody defends, Joe Willis, another shutout for him, and then you just work your way up. And you've got Hani and Sam leading a line, pressing everywhere. You've got Alex Mule, just covering. I think probably covered the most distance tonight. So Gaston, you can put anybody in the midfield, and they're pressing. What we're most proud of is we're able to do it in different ways. So in Columbus, we had to sit back for periods of time, and we were able to defend in low block. Tonight, we were almost defending the whole attacking half. And so credit to the center backs that are covering all the space behind. So, again, these guys have put in such tremendous amount of work over the course of the season and over the course of the last, whatever it is, 5-6 games. So I just think it's they're really bought in to be a true complete team.
Ahmed Qasim had the turnover, forcing that loose ball that led to the goal tonight. I guess, you've had a lot of rotation there at that wing spot with Ahmed, Schaffelberg, Johnny Perez, and I'm sure you're hoping to get Tyler Boyd back soon in the next, however long. I guess, what does Ahmed need to keep doing in order to, keep getting chances and, continue to have opportunities in that pretty crowded group?
Yeah, I thought Ahmed tonight, we've seen him come off the bench in some really good appearances, and I thought the other night he came off really good. Obviously starts tonight, and I thought he was dangerous. It's a difficult matchup when you're getting kind of man marked all over, and I thought he was dangerous in the pocket. Especially in the second half, he was turning inside the pocket, and then was able to threaten behind. He just has to keep doing what he's doing. We've got great competition and great depth at all positions.
And I guess, what did the 45-minute rain delay do, if anything, to affect just the lead up or your preparation for the match?
Yeah, I think it was short enough that it didn't really have a massive impact. It was basically just kind of, we were delayed while we were warming up, and then we would have just warmed up. So it didn't have a massive impact. I think it was probably right at the cusp of, if it had to go a little bit longer, we'd have to probably put some, sort of preparation strategies together. But it was nothing. The guys had the music going, and they were fine.
Vijay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Zimmerman and Palacios started the game yet until tonight, right? I believe.
I believe you're correct.
I believe. Well, I mean, what do you? I mean, I know you trust all these three guys playing there in the back, but what's the difference when you see Palacios and Zimmerman like you did tonight for your team?
Yeah, I mean, I think tonight you can see like there's an aerial presence, and I mean Jason's ability to cover the space behind is great. And then I think between the two of them, they controlled build up. They were sort of given the ball for long periods of time, but I thought they were able to effectively move us side to side.
And again, now talking about Gaston and his game tonight. I mean, it's a difficult game because of the way these team pressures are in the middle, especially tonight. I think they switched some for the way I've seen this team playing before Toronto. They did it tonight, especially for you guys. And still, Gaston was able to actually manage the middle very well. Is that a correct assessment of his
Yeah,
game?
we expected Toronto to kind of come into this with a little bit of more man-to-man. You saw Hani getting marked all over the field, and we just thought it was a great game for Gaston's quality, right? To try to play balls in behind, and then once you start dropping, then he's breaking lines and firing balls in there. So I think it's set up well, and I thought he played really had a really strong game.
BJ, you mentioned about Hani being man to man for the most part against Toronto tonight. Also to the referees just being very lenient on calls tonight. Do you prefer a chippy game like that for your guys, even though it's been kind of a grueling July, excuse me?
I just want the calls. I think all of us in soccer, all coaches, players, we just want the game to be consistently reffed from the first minute to the 90th minute, so that we know what to expect and we know what is a foul and what's not a foul. So for us, we just want it to be consistent no matter what.
And then also to the point at the very end of the match, I believe you went to a 4-4-2 instead of, I guess, in games in past against Columbus away, you went at a 5 at the back. Tonight, it just seemed, I guess, your midfield presence was more dominant, whereas in games past where you kind of had more of a 5 at the back, traditionally, that is.
Yeah, I mean, we've used 5 in the back to close games out. Tonight, we are really more focused on trying to still apply pressure. A lot of times, if you go to 5, it's more because you're taking direct balls or you're taking crosses. Tonight, we thought it was just more important to make sure that we continued to press up the field. So I thought you saw the guys adjust, really what I thought really good, and the solutions that came in the game were able to sort of like elevate the intensity and make those tactical switches.
Hey, coach. We understand you feel frustrated for all the game, but how can to prepare working the next match when the another team is only coming to take care of the result? He's not coming to play. No field. In the for you guys, he's not coming to not playing, or another team no. ¿Cómo se dice permitir? You playing in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't want to come across frustrated, so I'm just exhausted. So please, I'm very happy with the result. I'm so proud of the group. So maybe I'm portraying poor body language, and I don't mean to do that. I think we're just all kind of, taking a break. We have to be used to being able to play against any style, and each one we learn and grow from. It's not the first time that this has happened, but we have to continue to get better at it, because, of course, teams are gonna they want to win too, and you're going to use any sort of tactical matchup that you can to do it. And I'm sure there's going to be teams that now watch this and say, okay, there was a few things that were effective. Same way we're going to go back and look at it and try to figure it out, and how we can be a little bit more effective. But I still thought we created some pretty good scoring chances tonight. So yeah, just super proud of the group. It's been a long couple weeks, and they battled great, and they deserve all the credit tonight.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time. Joe will put you on us next. And this time, Joe will put you on us next.
They won.
Yeah, they just
That game was over.
That's right, my questions don't come in. I was like,
I was gonna ask him too. Changed at the last minute.
Yeah.
Le hubiera preguntado, ¿qué sientes que 20 minutos estuviste en primer lugar?
Eso es lo que iba a preguntar, pero después dije no, o sea, porque ya el otro le preguntó si estaba bravo.
Pensé que lo dijo, y sí,